Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. It is Julie here with your morning market update, where we're getting you up to speed with what you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here. If you caught the game last night, you know that Bruins did not wrap up their series, so we will be going to Game 6 tomorrow. I love you all, Mark, but we had a little bit of trouble staying in position in our net last night, so looking forward to the game tomorrow anyways. Now, of course, this morning we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, which of course we have a ton of this week, and which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Don't forget, you can see how the analysts weigh in by downloading the TipRanks mobile app by following the links in the description down below. Now let's jump right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are in the green this morning as some big name earnings continue to beat expectations. Right now, Dow futures are up 0.40%, S&P 500 futures up 0.53%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.90%. Eli Lilly is on the rise this morning. They did report earnings, which we'll get to in a bit, but they also announced they'd be finalizing the application of their weight loss drug following an additional trial. Their experimental weight loss therapy, tirzepatide, generated up to 15.7% of weight loss. The company expects the FDA to decide on its approval as early as late 2023. The therapy is currently available in the U.S. under the brand name Mounjaro, which has been only approved as a treatment for diabetes, but it is thought that it is widely prescribed off-label as a weight loss treatment. With this next FDA approval, they would be allowed to prescribe for obesity. Right now, the Eli Lilly stock is rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 0.36%. Food supplier Tyson Foods announced that they will be eliminating 15% of their senior leadership roles and 10% of their corporate positions. In a memo, their CEO said that we will drive efficiency by focusing on fewer initiatives with greater intensity and removing duplication of work. A spokesperson told Reuters that the senior leadership roles being removed are mostly vice presidents and senior vice presidents. This follows an announcement last month that they would be closing 2 of their U.S. processing plants with about 1,700 employees. Analysts currently rate the Tyson Foods stock a hold with an average upside of 4%. And TotalEnergies has agreed to sell its Canadian oil sands operations to Suncor in a deal worth $5.5 billion Canadian. TotalEnergies said that they received several unsolicited offers for the oil sands business after they disclosed they were looking to spin off the assets, but decided a sale would be a more straightforward move. In light of the sale proceeds, TotalEnergies said it plans to allocate at least 40% of the cash flow generated in 2023 to its shareholders, either through share buybacks or a special dividend distribution. The Suncor stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of over 31%, while the TotalEnergies stock is currently rated a hold with an average upside of nearly 8%. Now, moving right along to notable earnings reports. The busy lineup continues in the after hours today, where we'll be hearing from Amazon, Snap, Intel, Pinterest, T-Mobile, and Cloudflare, just to name a few. In the after hours last night, we heard from Mark Zuckerberg's Meta Platforms. Their stock is on the rise this morning, currently up 12% after posting a solid earnings and revenue beat. They saw Facebook ads recover and users steadily grow. For their Q1, they reported earnings per share of $2.20, beating expectations by 23 cents per share. They reported revenue of $28.65 billion, which grew a couple percent year over year and beat expectations by $990 million. In the earnings call, Zuckerberg talked a lot about AI, saying our AI work is driving good results across our apps and business. We're also becoming more efficient so we can build better products faster and put ourselves in a stronger position to deliver our long-term vision. The Meta Platform stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of nearly 13%. Plenty of buy ratings coming in today. Moving to the pre-market this morning, we heard from American Airlines. They came in with an earnings beat as demand continues to grow. Revenue of $12.2 billion did grow 37% year over year and was in line with expectations. Their Q1 earnings per share of 5 cents beat expectations by 2 cents per share. Analysts currently rate the American Airlines stock a hold with an average upside of 41%. And on the other hand, we have Southwest Airlines. Their stock is dropping this morning after they missed on both earnings and revenue. They reported a wider than expected loss for their first quarter. They had a loss per share of 27 cents, which was 4 cents wider than expectations. Revenue of $5.71 billion did grow 21% year over year, but slightly missed expectations by $20 million. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of over 37%. Jumping back to Eli Lilly, they did come out with mixed results where they missed on earnings but did beat on revenue. For their Q1, they reported earnings per share of $1.62, missing expectations by 11 cents per share. But revenue of $6.96 billion did beat expectations by $90 million, despite declining over 10% year over year. Staying in the biopharma world, we also heard from Abbvie. Their stock is down a few percent after they missed on earnings. Revenue of $12.23 billion was in line with expectations, while Q1 earnings per share of $2.46 missed by 3 cents per share. Analysts currently rate their stock a moderate buy with a pretty flat price target. And then we have Merck. Their stock is up ever so slightly after their earnings and revenue beat. Q1 earnings per share of $1.40 beat expectations by 3 cents per share, while revenue of $14.48 billion beat by $660 million. Analysts currently rate their stock a strong buy with an average upside of 6.6%. And the last one we're taking a look at, or else I'll be here all morning, is MasterCard. They came out with an earnings and revenue beat. They reported revenue of $5.7 billion, which grew over 9% year over year, beating expectations by $60 million, and Q1 earnings per share of $2.80, coming in 9 cents ahead of estimates. The MasterCard stock is currently rated a strong buy with an average upside of 15%. Now let's take a quick look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Meta Platforms following their earnings report. Trading under the ticker META, their stock is up nearly 12%. They're followed by Jefferies Group under JEF, up 8.65%, and Hasbro under HAS, up nearly 7%. And our biggest losers this morning are led by a company called Impinj after they had an earnings miss. Trading under the ticker PI, their stock is down 29%. They're followed by Wolfspeed under WOLF, down 15.7%, and Mobileye Global under MBLY, down 14.5%. So that is going to be everything for Thursday's morning market update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know as the market opens. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you back here next time.